So with N7 Day past us again for another year, we have a lot of information to go through as we continue our series of news coverage. So let's look at what's been going on Twitter. Hi, this is Rima from MEOdyssey, and today we're going to be looking at what the Bioware devs have been tweeting this week since N7 Day, confirming some facts about the Mass Effect Andromeda plot. This will include tweets up till November the 9th, 2016. Here we go! Truly one of the best devs to follow on Twitter, Max seems to always be up to answer fan questions regarding Mass Effect Andromeda, and as the creative director of the project, he truly does have a great insight into the game's story. So what interesting things has Mac been confirming? Well, firstly, he confirms and corrects us all on the name of the mysterious lady on the moon, the focus of the orientation video, Jan Garson. When asked about something pretty near and dear to most Bioware fans, romance, Max suggested that we go check out the Game Informer article to get some more details about romance in Mass Effect Andromeda, which we'll cover in a lot more detail in our video focusing on Game Informer. He also gave us a small insight into our new Asari friend PB. For one, her name is just a nickname, and that she'll also be very different to a well-known Asari, Arya Talok. When asked about whether we could see some of Alec Ryder's story prior to the events of Mass Effect Andromeda, Mac did hint that there will be some plans in motion. Ominous, I know. And apparently Mass Effect Andromeda isn't the start of a trilogy, but doesn't go as far as ruling out sequels, but stating there isn't, quote, 3 acts. Mike Gamble has always been strong with the Force when it comes to teasing us about Mass Effect, and he was in good form on N7 Day by asking the fans to ask their questions. So what did Mike share that we thought was intriguing? Well, this one's simple, but it's an important one. When asked whether we'd see Turians in Mass Effect Andromeda, he simply answered, quote, yes. Considering we really haven't seen them in any promotional content yet, it is an awesome answer to hear. Mike Gamble also confirmed that we will have a companion or companions that will be from a new species, most likely from the Andromeda Galaxy. Much like Mac and Mike, Ian seemed to be quite open to answering some fan questions, but was doing his best to tease us with vague answers. But did he reveal anything that the others didn't that we thought was interesting? Well, an interesting tidbit is the fact that when Ian was answering a question about how languages are dealt with in the Mass Effect universe, he answered that translators help us understand our Milky Way cousins, but the Andromeda natives may be a different case entirely. Our skills and abilities will seemingly be a mix of some old favourites, and as Ian describes them, quote, new hotness. So what new abilities would you like to see in Mass Effect Andromeda? He also shared that unfortunately, we still have no official word on whether the Quarians will be joining us in Andromeda or not. Ian also basically confirmed that by customizing your protagonist, you'll be changing the look of your sibling and your father. He shared that some abilities and elements that we saw in Mass Effect 3's multiplayer would be making its way to Mass Effect Andromeda's single player. This was an answer to a question regarding melee abilities, and as we know that swords and hammers are a thing, well, we'll just let you guys kind of fill in the blanks. And lastly, there were a few important points about Ryder and their sibling. For one, they're both in their mid-20s, younger than Shepard, and that the sibling will not be a companion but will have their own story. Not to mention that they are your twin. Now, we haven't covered a few things such as default names for the Ryder twins, romances, and the Game Informer article, but as some of these are already known and others we will be covering in much more depth in future videos. So here's just a small collection of the tweets that the various Bioware devs have been tweeting throughout the week commencing from N7 Day. We do have a few answers, Turians, twins, names, but in a whole Bioware are doing their best, teasing us and intriguing us to explore more. So we hope we got you guys all caught up with this really small video, but keep your eyes peeled for the next episode of the series of news coverage on N7 Day with an in-depth analysis of the Game Informer article and the 101 questions interview. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and please share this video to help the channel grow. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time.